Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Credit Investor. Today we're going to be talking about how to get a credit card under the age of 18. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so before we go ahead and get this video started, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. It really helps me out and it helps out the channel. And go ahead and comment down below which video you would like to see next. Alright, let's go ahead and learn about some credit cards. Okay, so this is going to be the first ever series on this channel. Yeah, that's right, we're going to do a series now. And this is going to be a 3-part series. Part 1, which is the one you're watching right now, is going to be how this works and why it's important. Part 2 is going to be me actually getting the credit card and spending. And then part 3 is going to be how my credit score has changed and the benefits that come along with that. So this is part 1, let's go ahead and get into it. So you're probably asking yourself, why in the heck would I ever need a credit card under the age of 18? And here's why. Alright, so first let's go ahead and establish the difference between a debit card and a credit card. A debit card is just like using cash, but just with a card. So you have a banking account, and you take and the bank will give you a card, and you go and spend that card, and it just withdraws any amount that you spend with the card out of that account. Now a credit card, you can go and spend anything you want, it won't withdraw out of any account, but at the end of the month, you need to pay everything you spent back. So if you spend $100 on something, you need to pay the bank $100 back by a certain time. The advantage this gives you is it gives you time to get your income in and then pay it back. So you can kind of spend money that you don't really have. However, I would not suggest it because you do not want to go into debt. So I'm sure a lot of people watching this right now probably already have a debit card or a checking account of some sort in some sort of bank. So you might be asking, like, why the heck do I need a credit card? And this is why, is because credit cards come with a list of benefits and you need to start building your credit score. Now you might also be asking yourself, what is a credit score? So let's go ahead and cover that. Now a credit score is a score that a bank gives you based on your ability to pay your bill back on time. So let's say you have a deadline of the first of every month. So like for the month of July, if I had a credit card, I would spend everything and then I would have to pay the entirety of the bill on August 1st. So that's a period between July 1st and August 1st. And everything I spent with the credit card between those times, I would need to pay back in full to the bank. Now, if you don't pay back in full, this is where it gets ugly. You start getting overdrafted and get charged interest, which is how the banks make money, and your credit score goes down drastically, and it's bad. Now, why is it important? It's because a credit score is deterrent for so many things. If you have a good credit score, it'll save you so much money in the long term. You'll be able to apply for a loan and your investments will be so much cheaper. Your interest rates will be so much cheaper because banks know and loaners know that you're going to pay them back on time because you built this trust back. So it's just kind of a way that people can trust you with their money. So if you want to know more about what a credit score is, my friend Dan posted a great video kind of going really in depth on how it works and why it's important. I'll go ahead and link that right up here in the corner in a little info card. Go ahead and check it out. Now, let's go ahead and get to how you can apply for one. Now, if you know anything about credit cards, you'll probably know that you can't go and apply for a credit card until you're 18 years old. And you might be thinking, well, how do you get a credit card under 18? Now, the only way to do this is to go ahead and become an authorized user on one of your parents' or guardians' cards. Now the way you do this is you go ahead and call a credit card company, which I'll be doing right now, ask if they report a credit history, which means will they report your credit score under the age of 18, of course, and then they will send you your own credit card and you will be responsible for paying the bill and you'll be responsible for that card in general, but it's going to be under your parents' account. Once again, my friend Dan from Sheeks Freaks wrote an amazing article really going in depth on how you can do this. I'll leave that in the link down below if you want to go check it out. I highly would suggest it if you're really thinking about doing this. Now, if you're actually thinking about doing this, which I hope you are, here are the 5 steps that you need to do to go ahead and get started. Alright, so step 1 is going to be making sure that your parents are on board with you using their credit card basically as an authorized user. Now, if you're known for going and making big purchases and blowing all your money and not being able to cover that bill, then your parents probably aren't going to let you have a credit card. But if you can show your parents that you're going to be responsible with it, and it's solely for the purpose of building your credit score and getting the rewards that come along with a credit card, then go ahead and do it. Alright, so step number 2, after you have your parents on board and they're committed to letting you have a credit card in the first place, Now you need to start doing some research. You need to find which card is going to fit best for you because there are thousands of options out there on different credit cards. And you're gonna find the one that fits you best, whether you want cash back, whether you want Sky Miles, and you need to make sure that the credit card will report your credit history because not all do. So make sure that you find a credit card that reports credit history and has rewards that you like. If you're having trouble finding a credit card that you really like, I'll go ahead and link Stephan's video up here. He's a great YouTuber and he is a credit card master. He knows everything about credit cards. He made a video, the top 5 best credit cards for beginners in 2020, and I'll go ahead and link that up there if you want to go and give that a watch if you're totally confused on what to do. Now step 3 is going to be actually applying through these different companies. So you're gonna have to go ahead and call the company, ask to be an authorized user on your account, make sure your parent or guardian is with you so they can provide all the necessary information, and then provide a shipping address so they can ship you the card. Now step 4 is going to be actually receiving the card in the mail and then setting up through an individual app. Now you can use the app that the bank provides, like, if it's a Chase card, then use the Chase app. But I would highly suggest using Mint, like the mint.com or the Mint app. They're really good at tracking spending and you can set budgets and everything like that. It's really an easy way to keep you organized while you're using this. So I would link your credit card account through mint.com if I were giving my advice. Now step number 5 is going to be actually using the credit card. Now, when you're using the credit card, there's no limit on what you need to spend to actually start building your credit history. All that matters is that you make your payments on time and in full. Now, it takes some time to start building your credit, but after about 6 to 8 months, you'll start seeing a pretty good credit score come in, and mint.com actually tracks your credit score for you. So that's why I would highly suggest it. But make sure you don't spend money that you don't have, because if you spend too much and you overdraft and you're not able to make your payment in full at the right time, it'll significantly impact your credit score. It'll be really hard to recover from that. So always make sure you're spending money that you actually have so that you can actually pay off the bill at the end of the month. Alright you guys, so I just went ahead and called a few different credit card companies. I called Apple to see if I could get on the Apple card. I called Discover, American Express, Bank of America, all these different cards. And I ended up deciding to go with Discover. They have a card called the Discover It card. It has good rewards. It has 3% cash back on gas purchases and stuff, which really helped me out. So it's kind of personalized for me. It works well for me, and there's no annual fees, which is super good in my favor. So I'm gonna go ahead and add myself as an authorized user. So I'm gonna go and convince my dad to go ahead and apply for the card and add me as an authorized user. And they did say that they would record my payment history starting from the beginning, which is awesome. So I'll be able to have a good credit score right before my 18th birthday, and that's gonna really help me out in life. So this is the end of part 1. I tried my best to explain everything and how it all works, and part 2 is going to be actually me getting the card and making purchases with it. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it off.